and welcome to my Voices Have Tourettes, and that's why I have way too much anxiety to think of a title for this episode. My name is Dan Zarin. Let's get started here. So today's episode is brought to you by Gamesless Studio, where we are recording, The Secret Cellar, Iceland's first and only comedy club, and Smári's Volcano Sauce, the best hot sauces I've ever had in my entire life. But let's get going here. So today's episode, I brought with me my dear friend Þórhallur to be a guest on here. Þórhallur, welcome to the podcast.
Well, thank you so much for having me on the podcast.
I know, it's about time I finally got you on. You've never been on this before.
I know, and I mean, it is a little bit of a, kind of hassle for me because I live very far from you.
Oh, so far.
Yeah, it's like the next room, and so I have to go out of my room and like go into the Gamesless studio, which is like in a location we can't share that location.
We can't share the location.
That's
yeah, we've never really talked about why it's called Gamesless Studio.
No.
Should we just keep it a secret?
It's a secret. It's a secret location. We would be harassed so much if people knew where we were. People are obsessed with us.
I like how the Icelanders listening into this are probably like, I think I could guess where it is.
Yeah.
I'm not sure,
but I think so.
Yeah. But it's good to have you back on the podcast. Well, yeah. It's always a pleasure.
We tried to find a title for this show, but we couldn't.
just sitting here, both of us having anxiety, going. I mean,
could it be like that? No, that's not good.
No title.
Yeah. But it was good. It's good.
But so there's big news actually.
Yeah.
To start this off, my Voices Have Tourettes, the comedy show, is returning.
Woohoo!
After the whole pandemic thing going on, yeah. We had to take a break for it. Actually, that's what led to this podcast.
Yeah.
Which honestly, this has been a blast doing this podcast. So I'm not upset by any means.
No.
We did 3 shows at the Reykjavik Fringe Festival this year.
Yeah.
But we for those of you listening that don't know, so basically this show started as a stand-up comedy show that I created with 2 of my friends. Þórhallur joined in, Stepner ended up joining in, Carmela and Hans, who have been on this, they've also joined in. This is and it became kind of a big thing here in Iceland.
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty awesome how things worked out. Yeah, and we've had many people like joining us maybe for one night, a lot of guests, and it's been awesome.
On a technicality level, technically Bill Burr did perform in our show.
Yeah,
but that was
did he know that he was performing on our show? No.
Well, no, we had to kidnap him to get him to perform. I mean, Bill Burr is not just going to show up in Iceland and be like, "Hey, can I do your show?" Although that's actually kind of exactly what happened.
Yeah, is this a comedy club? Yeah, can I perform? Yeah, it's our show is tonight, but of course you can. You're Bill Burr. You own this place now. Like, here's the keys, and do whatever you want.
But what was wild about that actually is that he didn't know what the show was. He just wanted to perform.
Yeah.
And I was just happy to get him a spot.
Of course.
No, of course. But what was crazy about the fact that he showed up, had no idea what the show was about, and then ended up talking about anger in his set. And I was just like, oh, so he's kind of relating to the topic. All right.
It's kind of fitting.
But so
talking about anxiety, you have to perform on the same night as Bill Burr.
Dude, I had to introduce him on stage. I'm just like, I don't even know how to introduce him. Yeah. I mean, what if I fuck it up? If I say the wrong thing, is he going to be pissed at me? Is he never going to come back to Iceland? Am I going to be the reason he doesn't come back to Iceland?
And I mean, he performed 3 times. One time I performed before him.
Right.
Then another night I was following him. It was like Bill Burr and then Þórhallur, who nobody gives a fuck about. And following Bill Burr is like being in an orgy, and it's only just like porn actors, and then it's just you, like, what am I doing here? Is this good?
Just like everyone keep it going for Bill Burr. Everyone's just like, ah! Next on stage is Þórhallur Þórðarsson.
Oh. I was like, yeah, I know. I'm disappointed as well.
That's wild, though.
Yeah.
But the show is coming back.
Yep.
The show. I was gonna say the show started So we were doing this for 2 years as a weekly show, but because of the pandemic, things have changed up. But we are bringing the show back next week on Thursday at the Secret Cellar. We're doing our first show,
Awesome.
at the cellar outside of the Fringe Festival since the pandemic started.
So
how are you feeling about it?
I'm actually not anxious.
Yeah,
Not anxious.
I'm actually just excited.
I'm just excited because I mean, I love this show and I love the energy around it, and so I'm just looking forward to performing with you guys and having a great night with people in the if people show up.
Right, of course. I mean, there's always that fear of we're gonna do our first show back and then no one shows up.
Yeah.
They have no idea. So like 2 people show up, they have no idea who we even
What's
are.
going on?
What's going on?
My voices say what?
My voices have Tourette's. That's really offensive. And then I go up squeaking, and they're just like, okay, there it is.
Is he making fun of people with Tourette's? No.
But I will say though, the nice thing about not having done this show for a while, but the cellar still being open, is that we've gotten to practice some new material.
Oh yeah,
because let's face it, when you're living in an area where tourism was just, explosive. So we got used to just having the same material for like a year or 2 years. Some comedians have had the same material for like 5 years, just because it was always a different crowd.
Yeah.
But now we actually get a chance to, we're kind of getting pushed because, now it's mostly just the locals who have seen us before. So we kind of have to write new material.
It's not that many of us.
Not that
here in
many.
Iceland. We're getting kind of the same audiences back. So you need to be fresh and come up with some new stuff. And actually, I was I went to for a week in a cabin with my mom and my brother, and I was like, I'm gonna write so many new stuff. I took my little book with me, and I was like, I'm gonna write and write and write because I was gonna be away from everything. It was like no internet there, and it was just like awesome. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna write a lot of stuff. Here's my new special. It's called this, and I wrote down the name of the special. Then I wrote opening, act or opening, something, and that's the only thing I wrote.
The whole time you were there.
Yeah, for a week. The only thing I wrote down was the name of the special, basically. So
it's like during lockdown here in Iceland, all the comedians were like, yes, we finally have time to write our new material. And then everyone gets back and they're like, so did you get new material? No.
Yeah. Because you were not inspired. You were just like in the lockdown, nothing is kind of like happening, and you just mind shuts down, so you don't feel creative. So, but I have no excuse for that week in the cabin. I should have written something. Yeah,
but for me, I found my big thing lately is that I'm getting a lot of ideas of topics I want to talk about, or I get this idea and I'm like, that would be great for a bit, and I know where I want to go with it, but I'm having a writer's block in terms of the wordings for it.
Yeah.
Have you had that?
Yeah. Like how you word stuff can like change the whole bit. Just one extra word here, or just say it like that, or say this before. It can change the whole dynamic of the joke and just how it works. So it can sometimes kind of put some pressure on the joke writing. Could I say something here, or So I've experienced that a lot. So yeah,
I have to say, if anyone listening to this wants to know exactly what it's like to be a stand-up comedian, Þórhallur and I binge watched The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel.
Awesome show.
That show is, it's one of my favorite shows I've ever seen.
Yeah.
But that show's because you I thought of it because you brought up how the wording can completely change a joke.
Yeah.
There's such a beautiful moment in that show that's so incredibly well written, where the Midge does the same joke.
Yeah.
It's like a montage. They show different nights where she's doing the exact same joke, but she words it differently each time, and it shows how just wording that one joke differently gets completely different reactions from the crowd.
Starts out as a little idea, then she just expands on that and words it differently, and it just gets better and better and better. You can see like the joke from the first night and the last night is not even the same joke anymore.
No.
Or like, but it's stressed out to become like a whole bit, and it's just a wonderful. It's so accurate how they do that in the show. It's awesome.
Oh yeah. I mean, we could talk for days on how good that show is. It's just, I mean, the portrayal. It's not even just that. It's like every single aspect. I mean, the first time she bombs on stage,
yep.
and both you and me are just like, I hear you, sister. Like, I mean, and that's something that people don't think about is that, like, I mean, like for a comedian, like when you get really into it, when you bomb. Dude, I get to that point where I'm just like, you know what? I mean, this is good. It's a great experience. Every comedian needs to bomb so they can understand what they did wrong and they can think about their sets and actually learn from them. But it does not feel good at all. And
no.
It's just like, it's like when you do a good set, you think, all right, good, I'm ready for Netflix. When you do a terrible set and you bomb, you're just like, I'm giving up. I'm done.
I'm never done. Doing this again.
Never doing this again. But you're so addicted.
Oh, yeah.
It's like how they have like Lenny Bruce, where she's like, "But do you love doing comedy?" And he just gives that look like, sure.
Yeah. It's just like you have no choice. You have to do it.
It's an addiction.
Yeah, and I remember like 2007 was a good year for me. I won a competition.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, we talked about that.
Yeah, I've never mentioned that before.
Never ever.
No. So I was voted the funniest man in Iceland, 2007. Woo! Still living on that.
Take that, Latte.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so you were the funniest man in Iceland in 2007. He was the funniest man in Iceland since what year?
Ever. Yeah. So I traveled all over Iceland. It was like, and that's, a year before the financial crisis and everything. So everybody had money. All the companies were like, yeah, hey. And I was just like, I had a gig every weekend. I was going, all around the country. It was awesome for a whole year. And I basically had the same program. It went well for a year, just killing it. And then kind of at the end of the year, I had one gig. Just one gig. It was like I was a surprise birthday gift for a woman. And she didn't even know who I was. So it's like, why am I the surprise gift? That's a surprise. You don't know who this is. But like I've been doing my routine and it's been going good for a year. Then this one night, and I'm doing the same jokes, and this whole family, they didn't laugh once.
Yeah,
I was actually like, is the mic working? Like I hadn't like bombed that hard like almost ever, and it was just like such a surreal moment because you've been doing this like jokes and you're like, okay, these are solid, like these are just bulletproof. Then you have this one gig, and nobody laughs the whole time, and I was like, what's going on? And the day after, the woman that hired me, she calls me, talking about getting anxiety and why I don't like phone calls. She just basically like, she was just so angry, and she was just like telling me I was a terrible person.
Wow.
And I just, that was I just got a lot of anxiety.
It's so rude for her to say the truth.
I know. Should have, but it was like, for me, and then I was like, you can never really trust that you like it's going to go well. You never know. It is different with with the audience and how the room is and everything. So you can't really like, these jokes are solid and they're always going to work. But no, then there's this one night, everybody just like, nope, this is not working.
That's the weirdest thing about comedy, because like how weird is it when you do the same jokes the exact same way, and one night it kills. I mean, everyone's just like on the floor laughing. Yeah. And then the next night you do it the exact same way, but it's just crickets.
Yep.
And it's weird. And I think the thing is, I mean, it plays into a lot of things. First of all, you have to perform to the specific crowd. That's a tough thing to do because you don't know them.
No.
But the other thing is, it's that idea that as soon as you get tired of doing a joke, the audience knows.
Yeah, they can feel it.
You don't necessarily feel it.
Yeah.
But like, because I mean, we've all had moments where, like, I mean, I've watched comedians go on the stage, and I just watch them, and I'm like, they're tired of that joke.
Yeah.
They find that boring. Yeah. And then I talk to them afterward, and they're like, no, I love that. I love doing that joke. Yeah, but you didn't portray that.
Yeah.
And they're just like, oh yeah.
Yeah, you kind of, with some jokes, are kind of just like autopilot, like you've said it so many times, and you just like, it just blurts out, and you don't even think about it, and then you're like, okay, I might need to think, about some new stuff.
Yeah, I think
just for your own sanity,
I think the only person comedian out here who I don't think gets tired of any of the jokes that he does is Helgi Steinar, and I think it's just the best part about Helgi Steinar though is that as soon as he walks on stage, everyone just goes, oh, this is going to be loud. And he goes, Secret Cellar on whatever day it is.
He's always so excited.
He loves excited.
He loves comedy. He loves performing, and it really shows.
Honestly, we pick on him, but he
of course, he's our
I
friend.
am so heavily inspired by how much he loves doing comedy.
Oh yeah.
Because like I just want to be that happy in life.
Oh yeah.
Just so happy that it just doesn't matter what's going on. I'm just happy.
That's a man with no anxiety.
He's the polar opposite of anxiety.
Yeah, and he's always trying to get me to travel with him. And I'm like, no, I will die. And he was like, just come with me to there's a war going on over there. Let's go there and do comedy. I was like, no. I'm like, I will die, and he actually, he took me with him to China.
To China,
yeah.
Where in China?
Well, this was last year, and we went to 4 cities, and one of the cities was Wuhan, and we were there like 3 days before the first,
Did you
case.
Did you eat a bat while you were there?
I did not.
You did not. All right,
No.
so it was not you that started the pandemic.
No.
All right.
I
don't need to move this chair away.
He didn't. He didn't understand me. I was like, "Where do they have KFC? Where's Pizza Hut?" He was like, "This is China. Eat something they eat." I was like, "No, it's like octopus armpits or something. I don't want to do that." And now he's like. He's still like, do you want to travel with me to this place, to Chernobyl? He went to Chernobyl.
Yeah.
I was like, no. Remember last time we went to Wuhan? It was like a world pandemic after that, And he was like, he always wants to go to some crazy places.
Yeah, he just wants to go everywhere.
Yeah.
I just imagine though that order, just going into a restaurant and be like, so can I get maybe like a bucket of chicken wings? Let's get a couple of the the crab rangoons, and can I get a couple octopus armpits while we're at it? Maybe could I get like a deer knee? Also I was thinking like just like the nostril of a squid. Do they even have nostrils now that I say that?
I don't know.
This got weird
They
really
got
fast.
really weird, yeah. like the food in China. It is weird.
But you had fun.
I had fun.
You enjoyed it.
Afterwards,
yeah,
I was in a state of anxiety for like almost 2 weeks.
We got lost.
I got lost. That was not got lost in Beijing. That's it's a big city. And it was cold. It was colder than here in Iceland. And I was like trying to call Helgi, and also Bjarni, our friend, was with us. They were not picking up. I was like, I'm lost, and nobody speaks English here. I don't speak Chinese, so I stopped like 2 cabs, and I was like, English. They were like, they just drove away. I was like, I need to go back. I don't know where I am in Beijing. I don't know where my hotel is. I'm lost, and they were not answering. But eventually they answered and found me. That was a big relief.
I like how you mentioned that it was colder than Iceland. Have you noticed that it seems like pretty much everywhere is both hotter and colder than Iceland ever gets?
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, I mean it's mostly because we're in Reykjavik, where we get the warmth from the Gulf Stream.
Yeah, it's pretty mild here. It doesn't really get cold or that hot. It's just like really mild.
It's just meh.
Yeah.
Meh.
How's the weather?
But the thing is, the weather changes so drastically. It's just like the. I'm trying to think of the.
I think the weather has ADD here.
The weather has massive ADD. It's I was gonna say it has as much ADHD as our friend David. It's just like every 5 seconds it gets distracted and goes, wait, was I supposed to do rain? I was going to do rain. I'm going to do rain.
No, snow. Snow. Oh, no,
but it's the middle of July.
Just wind then. Oh, rain. Wind. Snow. Everything. Nothing. Ah!
Wait. There was snow, and now it's like really sunny and bright outside.
Make up your mind.
By the way, I say sunny and bright, not warm or hot.
No, that's totally different.
Those are totally different. But this whole thing was about the fact that we're starting our show.
We get easily distracted.
Show up again. No, but I'm super excited to be doing this show again. And I mean, right now we just have this one show planned. But we do have more shows that we are going to plan.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of finding the dates for them right now.
We're never going to stop.
But speaking of anxiety, I actually have some anxiety coming up next week. Because it is my 32nd birthday.
Oh, you're getting old.
Well, no, it's not. See, that's not the thing that gives me anxiety, because everyone's just like, oh, you're 30s. I mean, 30s aren't that bad. And I'm like, I know, they're not that bad.
No.
But it's 32.
Yeah.
It's like I mean, if you go biblical, it's the year before the Jesus year.
Yeah.
Like everyone's just like, oh, this is the year that you do all the cool shit. No, wasn't that 33? so it's like I'm the year right before the cool shit.
Yeah.
So it's just like I'm 32. There's a pandemic happening, and no one has money.
You should like stop the pandemic. You should.
I should stop. I should just stop it.
Yeah. You should like come up with a solution. And then it could be a good year for you. 32, yeah, stop the pandemic.
That is just you know what?
No, I'm just spitballing here. You know,
no. Here's the thing. You are 100% correct, because it's like when someone has depression and you say, have you ever thought about just not having depression?
Stop it.
Just come up with a vaccine for coronavirus. It is so easy. A caveman can do it. Yeah. Like I quoted the Geico commercials. This is ridiculous. Not one Icelander knows what I'm talking about, except you might get it, but that's because you've been to America. But
you forced me to watch all the gay...
the Geico commercials?
Geico. It's like a gay company. I don't know. What's it called?
Geico.
Okay.
Yeah, car insurance.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know.
15 minutes can save you 15% or more on car insurance.
I thought it was like a watch or something. I don't know.
We should have a commercial for My Voices Have Tourettes.
Yeah.
15 minutes can save you 15% or more on your sanity.
I like that.
But I want to talk about something else with the world right now. Not really with the world right now, but one thing that I mean, we did a couple episodes about that we're all in this together. Oh, you were on the first one, Setner was on the second one. And I really like this topic of, you're not alone, because that is something that we hear all the time, but we don't really get to experience it much. It's hard to experience it. So, you and I were talking the other day about the fact that, there are a lot of celebrities with, disorders and syndromes. I mean, I know of several with Tourette syndrome.
Yeah.
There are a bunch with anxiety disorders.
Yeah.
And I
people don't maybe realize that some of them are dealing with this, and they just they have the perfect life, rich and famous, and but they're dealing with a lot.
Well, and actually, because I haven't really talked about this much, but when I initially came up with the idea for the show that became My Voices Have Tourettes, it was actually heavily inspired by two celebrities that have disorders.
Really?
Specifically depression.
Yeah.
It was I wanted to do something. One of the big inspirations was Jared Padalecki, who was in the show Supernatural. Unbelievable actor. I just adore his acting, but he has depression, and he started a campaign called Always Keep Fighting.
Oh yeah.
it was so inspiring to me that just that sentence, always keep fighting, because if you look at, he's got depression, and he always said, there was a quote from an interview that he did that it really stuck with me, is that when you talk about depression, it's like you have a third head.
Yeah.
Like it's just people don't get it. They don't relate to what you're talking about. And you don't, they always get confused by it.
Yeah.
And, but he's been so successful. Supernatural is like 14 or 15 seasons. He was in Gilmore Girls.
Yeah.
He was in, so many other things, and still to always keep pushing on is so inspiring.
Yeah. I remember like a quote from Jim Carrey. He said, "I wish that everybody could experience being like successful and rich, and then you would know that that's not what brings you happiness."
Right.
Because people are like, oh, if I can, maybe achieve that, if I get that house, or if I get that car, or if I be famous because I'm on that show, I will be happy. No, you have to start with yourself, and it's about what's going on in your head, not like the exterior,
Well, to be fair, money can buy happiness, but it's temporary happiness.
I think it's better to cry in a mansion than in a shitty hole. You're living in a shitty
there
apartment.
is that.
Or maybe not. The mansion, maybe if you're just alone in the mansion, the crying echoes maybe too much, so it's more depressing.
Well, do you have because this is it's an interesting topic, is the idea of the dream home.
Yeah.
Because I feel like, so it's like 90% of the population goes, "Oh, I want a mansion, I want to have this, I want a yacht, and I want all this."
Yeah.
And I feel like I have to do that voice.
Yeah, that sounds like a voice of somebody who wants that.
It's like one of the characters in my favorite cartoon of all time, Freakazoid. It's Cave Guy.
Yeah.
He's like this caveman with like a loincloth and everything. And they're just there's like this narrator, and he's just like, "No, we have the terror of the night. He is awful. He is horrible. He is hideous, but he's also highly intelligent." And it cuts to Cave Guy going, "I'm subscribed to the New Yorker." But the idea of the perfect house, the dream house, like everyone's like, "Oh, I want a mansion. I want this. I want so I want a mansion." But what is your idea of like, what would your idea of your dream house be?
Not a mansion, nothing too big, because you have to clean it all.
Yeah, that's always the first thing everyone says. I don't want to manage. I just don't want to have to clean 40 rooms. Yeah. God, I don't.
Well, maybe if I can afford a mansion, maybe I can afford like a help, so like somebody to help me with the cleaning. But no, I would be satisfied with just like if it has a good bathroom and a good kitchen. And if I have a big TV, and I'm happy.
That's it.
Yeah, and the windows are really high up, because then people can't see me. I don't like these big windows. Everybody can see what you're doing.
Yeah,
I don't want people walking by and see them seeing me like cutting my toenails, or Yeah, I just want to walk naked.
Dude, did you ever see the movie The Glass House?
Yeah.
And like the house had just like, it was just glass walls.
Yeah.
You can see in and out of the house.
Horrible.
I with anxiety, that just makes my heart go.
Yeah, that's enough of a horror film for me. Just like, and everybody can see what you're doing all the time. Is that the only thing that happens in the movie? Yes, they are just watching you.
New to theaters near you, Þórhallur experiences living in a glass house.
What's he doing with himself? To himself? You're not supposed to do that to yourself. Stop watching me.
It's like the Pablo Francisco ending of just coming soon. Oh, that was inappropriate. But no, I agree with you, because my ideal, dream house is just picking what rooms I need, what I want from a room, just having all the rooms for something that I need. My dream house does have a studio.
Yeah, it needs a studio.
Well, like for recording and for recording music and podcasts and stuff like that. But and an art studio. But like, I don't need too many rooms. I mean, when you really break down what you actually need, it's not much.
I mean, you need maybe a small theater.
You need a small theater.
Yeah. Or maybe two. One for like performing, just having your friends over and you do a little like a stand-up show for them. And then another like a movie theater. Also.
But you only need like 60 seats.
Yeah, just 60 seats, something like
Some
that.
people have like, a 2,000 seater in their home.
Yeah, no.
I just need 60.
60. I'm not greedy.
Not greedy at all.
And a swimming pool.
And of course, a swimming pool.
Yeah. Well, indoor and outdoor.
You need a lap pool. Do you know those? The ones where like the water moves at a current. Oh. So you're swimming against a current. It's like a water treadmill.
No, that's horrible.
How's that horrible?
You're always stuck in the same place. You're trying to that sounds like a. Yeah.
Okay.
You're like drowning, basically.
To be fair, you just set off my anxiety because am I panicked because as soon as you said that's horrible, my brain went to how it could be horrible, and I was just like, well, yeah. I mean, if the stream is too hard and you're not a good swimmer, then you swim into the conveyor belt thing that sets the whole thing off, and then you get crushed, and then it's final destination. What if you survive and then death goes? Well, I didn't kill him this time, so I'm gonna have to kill him in a really horrible friggin' way.
You thought about all that in 1 second.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not even all I thought about.
No. You had like that was a whole Final Destination movie and a sequel.
No, the thing is also because my panic makes no sense. It makes no sense because it went to all of that and someone taking a crap in the pool and then the crap just going back and forth and back and forth. That was a fear I had along with me dying.
So not only am I dying, but there's poop floating next to my head.
Yeah. And it's just going around and around.
Why are you thinking about that when you're dying?
Well, I'm not dying right. Well, technically we're all dying slowly, but
somebody gonna find.
But in this situation, I know. I thought
somebody gonna find me and the poop, and then the poop is mine. Oh no, like it's gonna be horrible.
When did that become an anxiety thing? By the way, of when you get hurt doing something stupid, and your first thought is not, oh, I hope I'm okay. It's, did someone film that? Am I gonna be on YouTube?
Yeah, and always
is my stupidity going to go viral?
Always have clean underwear. You might get into an accident and die, and somebody finds your body. You have to have clean underwear. I'm like, who's checking the underwear?
Have you ever shit your pants in public?
Oh, I know where this is going.
You were there, weren't you?
I don't know. No, I wasn't.
Yeah,
You're gonna share this?
Oh, okay, so a few years.
I mean, everybody knows now where we're going with this.
Yeah, a few years ago, one of our mutual friends, comedian, I
was there.
You were there. Yeah. This was at my old apartment. So we were at a park and we were having a going away party because she was moving to London. And I got food poisoning that day. But before the food poisoning set in, I decided, like, there were a bunch of comedians. I was new to the comedy scene. I was like, you know what? Hey, why don't, like, everyone, we're leaving the park. Why don't we head back to my place? We can have a few more drinks, hang out. And so I invited a bunch of comedians to my place right before I got food poisoning. And I didn't feel well. And then at one point I was like, all right, I'm going to go to the bathroom. I went to the bathroom and I felt a fart coming on. And I was like, I'm not 30 years old yet. I can trust it. No, just complete diarrhea in the pants. And instantly, I'm like, every single bit of anxiety or panic or anything that could possibly set in that moment hit, because I knew I was in a room full of people that would never let this fucking go.
Oh, no.
Like
comedians are not going to be like, don't worry about this. We won't say anybody, we won't tell anybody about this. You're in a safe space. This is okay. We're with you. No, they were like,
Yeah.
You know.
And but the thing is, everyone was so drunk that I got away with the worst excuse ever. So after having drunk quite a bit,
Yeah.
I said, all right, guys, I actually need everyone to go because I got to sober up and drive to the airport. I got to pick up my father-in-law. I was married at the time. Yeah. Everyone just goes, oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
And then I'll just stand up and walk out. And I'm like, really? That worked? All right, good. And then like literally, I thought about the fact that wow, we were having such a good time. What happened? Well, at least we all had a blast.
Oh. Yeah, but I do remember it just like we went there and then you just all of a sudden everybody have to go out now. Like, we just came here. I have to sober up and drive to the airport. I'm like, okay, bye. Like, what happened?
I wish I knew you better at that point because I could have just used your anxiety to be like, it's $1,000 fault. Wait, what? It's my fault. What did I do? What did I do?
You know what you did.
And then everyone just goes, okay, I get it. All right, well, we'll head out. Hey, it's $1,000 fault. Yeah. I didn't do anything.
And only just say, you know what you did.
You know what you did.
And I would be go like, oh, shit, I would overthink it. And that would have worked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But speaking of celebrities with
I shut my pants. But speaking of celebrities,
the other comedian that heavily inspired the show, because I realized I only talked about Jared Padalecki.
Yeah.
The other one was actually, and this actually insanely inspired the original concept of the show, was Neal Brennan. His stand-up special, 3 Mics.
Yeah, it's awesome.
So for those of you who don't know, watch this special. It is one of the best specials I've ever seen. It's
so good.
So good. But the idea of that special was that he had 3 microphones on stage and he had basically a spotlight that highlighted him at one of the mics at a time. And each microphone had a different topic. So one of them was story-based comedy. Then another one was one-liners. Yep. But the third one was serious stories about dealing with depression.
Yep.
And I thought that was so powerful and such a cool concept that I wanted to expand on it and basically have a show where we did jokes and we did stories about what we've, what our experiences have been with disorders and syndromes, but also have like in between them, I wanted one of us to go on and tell a serious story about living with, or suffering with what we have.
Yeah.
But it's just we ended up not continuing with it because we were doing it at a comedy club, and no one knew what the show was at the start. I think if we were to do an occasional show like that now, it would be okay. But doing it then, everyone was just like, "Wait, what kind of comedy show is this?"
Is this a TED Talk? Or
I came here to see some comedy,
yeah.
And it actually took away from the comedy when we had it.
It did, yeah. We were just figuring things out.
Yeah.
But talking about Neal Brennan, though, because when we were in China, we were doing like 4 shows in 4 cities. In one of the rooms, there was already a poster, and it's like, next week, Neal Brennan. We're like, what? We're in the same room as...
Really?
Like, he's going to perform where we're performing? Are we like real comedians or something?
Is that the room that got raided?
No, that was another one. Yeah, talking about... having anxiety. If you like in China, they're always like with censorship and everything. So we knew that possibly our shows could be raided by like the police. Like, are you talking about some political stuff or something? And we were warned at least for about one of the shows. It was like it's highly likely there's somebody going to be they're probably going to raid your show.
Yeah.
But at the last show we had the Icelandic embassy ambassador at the show, so we were like, I think we're okay now. We're immunity here. They can't raid it if the Icelandic ambassador is there.
But that was the one that got raided.
Yeah, everybody was no, it was okay. Nothing happened.
But that's actually, that is a good point though about the massive anxiety that comes with being a comedian. Because we're already worried about what the audience thinks. We're already worried about offending people.
Yeah.
To have like a whole series of topics that we're simply not allowed to discuss.
Yeah.
As well. Because I think at the end of the day, I'm a big pusher of anything can be joked about. Anything can be talked about. Look, I mean, we proved with this show that anything can be joked about, but it's how you talk about it.
It's all about
it's I mean, if you're going to talk about a sensitive subject, who's the victim in this?
Yeah.
And how are you discussing that? Because if you go against a victim, you are instantly going to be viewed as an asshole. It doesn't matter what you say at that point.
Yeah.
You know, but just having a series of things that you're just simply not even allowed to discuss, that's like I would get so much anxiety. I wouldn't even know what to talk about.
No. I mean, yeah, I feel the same. You're especially at a stand-up comedy show. Comics are usually they are the ones that are exploring where is the line. You know?
Yeah,
and sometimes we have to go maybe a little bit over. But like in Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, like Lenny Bruce, he was like being arrested every week because because of what he was talking about, and so yeah.
I mean, imagine that living in that time where you can't even swear. Yeah. Especially if you're a woman. I mean, that was the thing is like when Midge was swearing, she got arrested. Yeah, she got arrested for basically public indecency.
Yeah.
And it was because she was a woman swearing. Yeah. I mean, that's ridiculous.
Yeah. I'm glad that we don't have to actually think about that.
Well, I'm glad. I'm also just fucking glad that we never swear at all. Like, our show has no fucking shits, no dams, no none of that crap.
Dams.
No, we got dams.
Damn.
God damn it. But yeah, those were the two celebrities that really inspired. But I actually wanted to talk to you about this because with the whole topic of celebrities, we've talked about how we're able to cope with stuff, even being the like mildly famous that we are here in Iceland. That's a bit of a stretch. But the thing is,
it's just a small place and everybody knows each other.
Yeah, but being in the spotlight and having to have careers that are just so wildly viewed, I mean massively viewed. How do you think they're able to cope with having depression or having anxiety? Or Tourette's syndrome or any of that stuff in celebritydom.
I mean, it's a lot of pressure on people that are in the spotlight, you know, and what you have to realize is you're never gonna, like, as a comedian, you want to be liked by everybody. Yeah. And that's never going to happen. That is just impossible. There's never going to be like, there's no one person that just everybody likes in the world. I mean, probably closest to Robin Williams or something, But there are probably people that like really hate him or like, because you can't. And when you kind of realize that, that takes a lot of pressure off you, because it is hard when someone doesn't like you and criticize you, but that's part of the game, but of course it can be hard. But you have to when you kind of like like I don't like everybody, so why would everybody like me? And that person that doesn't like me, I probably don't like them either. So who knows? But yeah, it is a lot of pressure.
Yeah, I just because I mean the only thing I can think of is like I feel like if I were to become famous, I would spend so much money on therapy. just so that I know that I'm always stable. No, because I will say that is the scariest thing of the lockdown was I stopped being able to afford therapy.
Oh yeah,
and I mean it got to a point where I just stopped. Every once in a while, I have no idea if I'm stable. Because I haven't been to therapy in a while, and it is a terrifying thing. And so that's why if I had just endless amounts of money, I would just be like, all right, so first thing I'm doing. Therapy every week, once a week, one day a week. I'm going to see a therapist, and I'm going to make sure that I'm in check. Am I in check? No. Okay, we're going to go to twice a week.
No, I mean at the dream home we talked about.
Oh, there's a therapy room.
This is just a therapy room. There's just like an office for your therapist.
You are onto something, man.
Yeah,
you are on. That is a
home
genius.
Therapist.
No, not a home therapist. Like therapy, but a therapy room.
Yeah.
What would a therapy room be? That is genius.
I know.
Having just like meditation equipment, just like stuff, just everything in the room, super relaxing.
Yeah. Just like, just everything is, the walls are like padded or something, like the soft walls, and you have like a strainer.
I see where you're going at here.
Everything is white.
Yeah, I see what you're doing. All right.
Your dream home is a mental hospital.
All right, thank you. By the way, that's not really what psych wards are like.
Why? It's not like in the movies.
I saw a great meme on Facebook. It was what everyone thinks that psych wards are like, and it's that exact thing, in a straight jacket and a padded room, and then it has what psych wards are really like, and it's a guy with a blanket around him, and it says something like, "What do you mean I can't take my blanket to share group, Karen?"
It's always Karen.
It's always a Karen. Always a Karen. But yeah, no, I think it is important though to realize though that even celebrities struggle.
Of course,
even celebrities struggle. You get people like, look. I mean, Billie Eilish just recently, not too long ago became open about having Tourette syndrome.
Yeah.
But the thing that sucks about that is that, I mean, first of all, it took her this long because she struggled with it.
Yeah.
I mean, first of all, if you have Tourette syndrome, listening into this, think about that. A celebrity struggled with it just like us. But the thing is, you know what kind of sucks though, and I do want to point this out. I want your opinion on this, because as soon as Billie Eilish opened up about having Tourette syndrome, it was like every single Tourette organization across the globe.
Yeah.
Across the flat earth, they all commented, they all posted, they all shared that Billie Eilish has Tourette syndrome.
Yeah.
When did Billie Eilish ever say she wanted that?
Yeah, she didn't want to be put in a box, she was put in a box.
It's that whole thing of like, I don't mind being known as the Tourette comedian. I don't mind being known as that, because that's what I'm going for. But she never.
You're openly talking about it,
right?
That's part of your. What are your journey? That's so lame to say that, but you're talking openly about this. You want to make a difference with what you're doing and everything. So it's okay that people associate you with that,
Right.
But yeah, she didn't really sign up for that, basically.
I mean, of course, once you go on Ellen DeGeneres show, like on the Ellen show, and you open up about having a disorder, I mean, it's okay for people to mention it. It's
of course,
okay for people to talk about it, but to like it just became blasted like that was her career.
Yeah, that's the only thing.
That was the only thing about her.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's good that more and more people are opening up and telling the world that I have this, I have that, because we all are dealing with something. We're all dealing with something. So there's nobody like perfect. Nothing going on with them, and they just life is like there's nothing wrong in my life, and I'm like perfect in every way. And people like, I want to be like that person,
right?
Yeah, there's everybody has their own thing, but it's okay because we're all in this together.
So I want to move on now to something a bit fun. I wanted to kind of play a little bit of a game with you. So we haven't really done any games in this, but I want to play a game. I want to list off some movies, and I want you to imagine the characters as if they had anxiety.
Okay.
And tell me how you would react if you were in that situation. Okay. Does that make sense?
I think so. Yeah. Can it be like if I maybe think about other disorders? Can I?
Yeah, you can relate to others.
But I probably can.
What's what would be the first thing you would think of? Basically, we'll go with that.
Okay.
Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Well, if he had anxiety, he would just stay inside. Like he would have
still been in school.
Yeah, he just went to school, and it would be a really boring movie. He like, if I'm gonna skip school, they're gonna like, there's like a, what was it, like a camp police or something, or yeah, they're going to notice I'm going to be in a lot of trouble. So it would not have been a fun movie. He would have just gone to school and yeah.
I mean, there's so much in that. If you flipped it on anxiety, it makes it a whole different movie. The scene where he where like he's trying to get Cameron to take his dad's car.
Yeah,
I mean, he wouldn't have even asked.
No, like take your car. No, yeah. It would not have been a fun movie. Yeah.
I just like the idea of Ferris Bueller's Day Off would just be him still in school. What about Zombieland?
Oh,
Zombie Apocalypse.
Oh, and all the zombies with anxiety.
Zombies with anxiety. That would be awesome. That is a movie deal right there.
Yeah. And they only eat the brains of people that are on antidepressants.
That is straight gold right there.
Yeah,
just zombies walking around going. You know what? You know what's funny about that? Actually, real quick side note. Did you know? It's so widely known, the brains thing.
Yeah.
That was not a thing in zombie movies until Return of the Living Dead.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And that was the first time that any of the zombies actually said brains, and that was all they said. And it became huge, and no one even remembers that movie.
Yeah. Like before that, what did they just want to eat people, or
they were just like
why would you be scared of somebody rolled up in a toilet paper, and just like okay?
Are you thinking of mummies?
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true.
Well, technically they are a zombie.
Yeah.
I mean, if you think about it, technically mummies are zombies.
Yeah.
But all right, so moving on. I did have Spider-Man.
Well, he has the spider sense. He got an anxiety sense. That's kind of like an anxiety sense.
Yeah.
He's like people with anxiety. They have kind of like a spider sense. There's like, there's something going on over there. Oh, there's something going on over there. You notice everything when you have anxiety. You basically have a spider sense. So I think he has anxiety. All
right. What about Spider-Man with Tourette syndrome?
There would be webs everywhere. Like, he would just like couldn't control it. Yeah.
I've noticed there's so many movies that just simply don't work with Tourette syndrome. There's Spider-Man, there's Carrie, having telekinesis telekinetic powers when you have Tourette syndrome.
Yeah,
that's not a good idea.
Or like a villain.
A villain?
Yeah, like Bane. Bane with your Tourette's. Maybe?
Oh, you're talking about the fake ass like weird mask voice. Yeah.
Yes. I was born into dog. Yeah.
He'd be like, Bane, do you have a voice changer on that? Is that what? Oh, sorry, the batteries have worn out.
Do you have Tourette? Maybe. I just don't want to be put in a box.
I like for a second I laughed like the guy from Caddyshack. All right, just a few more. Phone booth. Do you remember that one?
Oh,
with Colin Farrell.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
He'd just be stuck in the phone booth. He wouldn't even answer the phone.
He wouldn't answer the phone because if I wouldn't answer the phone. It would be a boring movie again. It would just like Colin Farrell walks past the phone booth. It rings. He's like, "That's not for me."
No,
I'm not going to answer that.
You would relate so hardcore to that movie. If that were a movie, the whole thing is just him freaking out about answering the phone. You would be sitting there going, "Oh my goodness, someone else is the same."
Yeah. Don't answer it. Alone. Don't answer. And what happened when he answered it? Nothing good.
Oh no! Of course, nothing good. Nothing good. Yeah, he got threatened to be killed.
Yeah, that's what I think will happen to me if I answer the phone.
All right, so the last one is just for fun. Just for fun. This is not Distorted related. It's just I've always loved the idea of thinking about the movie Friday the 13th taking place during the COVID pandemic. He's already got a mask.
Yeah.
He's already wearing his face mask.
Yeah. I mean. Yeah.
no one shows up at the camp.
No.
Because everyone's in quarantine.
Oh, no, there's a gathering ban. I'm like, oh, let's meet up. No, we can't meet up. Oh, okay.
Just imagining Jason, just like his reactions. He's like Friday or like Thursday the 12th, right? He's getting all, he's exercising. He's getting all pumped up. He's just like, I'm gonna kill some kids. I'm gonna kill some kids.
Tomorrow's gonna be awesome.
Tomorrow is gonna be the day. Like looks at it, like does that thing. You know what? Like when people like kiss their fingers and reach up, like like he's gonna do that. There's gonna be a poster of his mom. It's just like. Yeah, we got this, Mom. We got this. And then he shows up. Where are all the kids? There's just a sign closed for COVID.
They're all in quarantine. Oh, well. Quarantine movie. Teen movie.
Yeah.
There's something there.
But all right, what do you think? And just so that we don't get into an offensive route, based on the okay. That might have affected the decision making here. Based on the disorders and syndromes that our group has.
Yeah.
How do you think? Like who do you think would have the worst time as the character Jason Voorhees? or as one of the campers.
Yeah, I mean, just all of us it would be a funny film though if it was just we were all the teens. But yeah, I don't know. I would love to see Stepnet as like a, as Jason.
You'd like to see Stepnet as Jason.
Yeah, wearing the dress as well.
So the whole thing is just a manic episode in a dress.
Yeah. It's like what's wrong with you? It's just a manic episode. Okay.
One of the teenagers just looks at Stepnet is just like, oh, you're gonna kill me, are you? And he just goes, well, yeah, that's what I was planning on. No, but you're totally gonna kill me. Yeah, no, I just said I was going to.
I mean, imagine like Superman or something with bipolar.
Superman with bipolar disorder.
He was like, I am the greatest. Everybody, yeah. Like, I can fly. Well, yeah, it's all true. He wouldn't realize he has bipolar because it's all true.
Oh, you're saying you're saying
he has like a manic episode, but he can do anything.
What if? All right, because there is an interesting thing about Superman. I mean, I'll be honest. I'm not really a fan of Superman just because I think he has too much.
Yeah,
I think he's too much. But there is a really interesting side of him. It's not that. I mean, I think this was a line in Kill Bill. What was the fact that Bruce Wayne becomes Batman by putting on a costume, right? Yeah. I mean, all the characters they have their real identity, and then the superhero is their secret identity.
Yeah.
But Superman's secret identity is Clark Kent.
Yeah.
He's like the reverse.
Yeah.
So it'd be an interesting idea of him with bipolar disorder. His manic episode is Clark Kent.
Yeah.
His manic episode isn't that he can fly and fart rainbows as Stepner says, but his manic episode is actually that he can't do any of that.
Yeah, maybe like his kryptonite is the medication, so it makes him like normal. Maybe yeah.
I would watch this movie. I think that'd be fascinating.
Should we make a movie like with Stepner as Superman?
I mean, either that or it would that would make an incredible story.
I mean, yeah,
bipolar Superman.
Yeah, I could be his like the villain, super anxiety man.
Yeah, super anxiety man. Super anxiety man. Da, da, da. We're not going to do your bit. No, we're not going to give that away. But all right, whoa, we are actually down to the end of this episode.
Wow.
To think we had so much anxiety about what the name of it was, and then we just went straight through an episode here.
Yeah. Yeah.
This was fun. We should do more of these. We should have more anxiety about what to call these.
I know. Sometimes it's good to have anxiety. It kind of, pumps you up.
Gets the juices flowing.
Yeah.
But anyways, Þórhallur, I almost said Stepner. Þórhallur, thank you for being here with me.
You're welcome.
Thank you. To those of you listening, thank you so much for listening. If you want to find out more about the podcast and everything that we're doing, check out our Facebook at My Voices Have Tourettes. We also have Instagram at My Voices Have Tourettes. We have Twitter at MVHT Show. We also have a Pinterest. I don't know why we have a Pinterest. I don't know if we're really the right fit for it, but I saw that it was available, so I'm trying it out. So we have a Pinterest.
Okay.
We also have a website, mvhtshow.com. It's mvhtshow.com. If you ever have any questions or topics that you want us to discuss in this podcast, just send them over to us at info@mvhtshow.com. That's info@mvhtshow.com. One of the next episodes is actually going to be I want to have my girlfriend on to talk about complex post-traumatic stress disorder, CPTSD, hypomania. I also want to talk about depression and other stuff with her.
Just fun stuff.
Absolutely fun stuff. If anyone listening in has any of those and you want to send in your experiences that you don't mind us talking about, seeing how Alex relates to them, send those in to us at info@mvhtshow.com. Also, if you'd like to support the show, we really want to switch over to video because I've been squeaking this whole time, but people don't get to see what what we actually do in real life, or what we even look like. So if you want to support the show, check out paypal.me/mvhtshow. That's paypal.me/mvhtshow. But of course, this episode has been sponsored by Gamesless Studio, where we're recording, The Secret Cellar, Iceland's first and only comedy club, and Smaude's Volcano Sauces. That is another thing. If we go to video, we should eat the hot wings. We're not going to copy Hot Ones. That is a phenomenal show, but we are going to eat we should do that because my Tourette's goes bonkers. Also, this podcast has been available on, it is available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, more, wherever you can find it. We do also have it on our website, mvhtshow.com/podcast. If you're listening this, though, on a streaming service, please feel free to subscribe and rate the podcast.
Yes, give us a review, man.
Yeah, go give us a review. Whatever review you want to give us. Honestly, you can give us a 5-star review. We will love you for that. But you can give us a 1-star review. We really want to know what we're doing well and what we're not doing well. We want to learn how we can help people out the best. So if you have any suggestions at all, just let us know. Let us know all your thoughts. If you think we suck, we're still going to keep going because we don't think we do. But if you think we do suck, go ahead, let us know that. That's fine. But you're still leaving us a review, so that's on you. Other than that, we do have episodes every Tuesday, so check in every Tuesday, and thank you so much again, and enjoy the rest of your day.